Hey, did you know Trevor and Jay host a radio show?
Wait, Trevor and Jay host a radio show?
I heard Trevor and Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay host a radio show?
Trevor and Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay are hosting a radio show?
Trevor and Jay
Trevor
host a
and
radio
Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay show?
Trevor and Jay host a
Trevor and Jay host a radio show. Trevor and Jay host a
Radio show? Not my tempo!
Throws a chair.
Well, good afternoon. It is 9 in the afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to TAJHARS.
Hey, wait, that's a lyric, right? That's a song lyric? When it's
Yeah,
not
I realized right when you turned my mic on, I was like, hey, because I was like, hey, I'll say like good afternoon, because it's obviously not the afternoon. Then I was like, hey, it's actually like 9 in the afternoon right now.
That's pretty clever.
Wow,
I'm
look
a
at this
fan.
lighting. Jay and I decided to shut the lights off in the studio, and we have like a disco, like a not a disco ball, but like a cool little light, creating all the lighting in here. It's like one of those like polycolored lights, polytheistic lights that spins. It believes in many gods.
Yeah.
And it's
This
lighting
one's
up the
this
studio.
one's Roman. This one believes in all the Roman gods,
Right.
not the Greek ones. Those
Yeah.
are
Blasphemous.
blasphemous.
Who needs a Greek god when you gotta, you know what they say, who needs a Greek
When
god
in Greece.
when you got a Roman god?
You gotta. Yep. So how have you been? You know what? We should take a picture.
I was
this.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
For
Also, I
unknown
just got
reasons.
your text.
Oh, that's fine.
Trevor.
I'm happy you didn't bring them.
Good.
So that's
Trevor this past week let me use his lighting kit. It's a Chinese lighting kit. It's like a ripoff of a really nice American brand, and he let me use
What
them.
are you insinuating?
Trevor imported some illegal lights from. Just kidding. But I had a lighting program, which is pretty cool.
How'd it go? Did you have a good turnout?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 20-ish people.
That's awesome.
came. Yeah.
And they probably enjoyed it more than like did they enjoy it as much as they might enjoy like a food program?
Yes.
That's good.
Which I was happy that it didn't have food, but
yeah,
it
but it still got a turnout.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that's like one of the keys to being an RA is like figuring out, what food is going to get the most people involved.
Oh, yeah, no. We almost solely rely on food.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I didn't have to this time.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that it was a success. I came back to school to go to class. I had left campus Thursday night, and I drove back to school Friday to go to class at 12:30, and then I had to leave Jay the lights, so I hid them somewhere in my building so that he could find them. And I'm happy they didn't get stolen, because I was very worried about it, but I was like, nah, they'll be fine.
Right?
And they were.
Did you move? So he like hid them around like 3 different corners, sort of like tucked in this little area, which is funny because it's right by a window.
I sent Jay a video,
Yeah.
directing him to how to reach them.
I'm glad that I knew where the video was. Did you move the trash cans in front of the lights? Because you hid them around like this last little corner and put trash cans in front
the
of
trash
it.
cans were there.
Oh, okay.
So I moved them to put the lights there, and then I put them back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I figured, I was like, I have never come to this spot ever.
I didn't know that spot existed.
Yeah. So I figured they'd be safe there.
Yeah.
To my mom, who is listening, who bought me those lights, I'm sorry I took a risk, but they ended up being safe. Thank you.
Yes.
They're not broke. Were you able to get everything back in that case?
Yes, and I got it back in better than the way I found it.
Yeah.
But
it's hard.
It was so hard.
Yeah, it's not
I don't know.
easy.
I think the RD on duty was there at the end of my program watching me put these away, and he's like, no, you got to do it this way. And I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it's not easy. Every time I do it, I'm like, what is the best way to...
I started, and then I just was like, nope, I give up, and I started from scratch.
That's what sometimes I will load half of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will load all of it except for one piece.
Yeah.
And it won't fit, and I'm like, now I have to take everything out, and it's not like I wish it was like Tetris, and as soon as I get them aligned, they just disappear completely, and then I have all this free space.
Right. That's how I feel about like bagging groceries at the store.
If you
it's
get
like
them
all
in
just Tetris. And
But what's terrible is that though is if that's if that's the world we live in where that's how physics work, as soon as you get all of your groceries in one specific order, they all disappear. And you have to go back into the store and buy them again.
If only they could like disappear into your stomach.
Right, immediately.
Yeah.
But then you'd have problems if you bought a lot of coffee. You could have a heart attack right in the parking lot.
What if you couldn't take any food to your house and you just had to eat food in a grocery store? Like you weren't allowed to buy it and take it anywhere. You had to go and eat it there.
That would make for like a lot of like. I feel like people would start taking up residence in. I feel like the way around that. Here's the way around that.
Okay.
Grocery stores would end up developing into apartment complexes.
Ooh.
And the bottom floor would be the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's like the lobby. And then it's got 12 floors, and that's where people live, so that you can still take your food to your room, but you're still in the grocery store and you can eat it.
Oh, okay. We're basically just making like a hotel, except instead of a dining room, we have a grocery store.
There's a full-blown grocery store.
We should do that.
Yeah, I think it would be successful.
It might. How did we? Oh, yeah. So equipment. No, yeah, it was so bad. I'm impressed that like you managed to get it the way you had it, even with the zippers.
Yeah, even though it wasn't
like they weren't
shut all the
perfectly
way.
touching, but like it
Normally
was
I'm able
enough.
to get it in fine, but I was like rushing, and I'm like,
I had a feeling,
I'll just leave it. It's fine.
No, it was
I'm like
fine.
yelling at the lights in my room.
You should, once you like find an arrangement you like, you should take a picture of it. And
You're right. I should.
So
I should take a picture once I get it back from you. I will take a picture of the way that you left it.
Yeah, I think I had the stands because the biggest problem is you have like a 750 watt light. Is that what it is? And I think I had to like wedge two of the like stands for the lights in between this hinge.
Yeah, the hinges are
for that
like
light.
they're
That's
so
the
big.
worst part. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I don't know if they were probably in the case. I'm not sure if they were because I don't remember if I had them with me. But were there the little clothespins?
Yes.
Aren't those cool?
Those were really cool. I was like, look at this.
Okay, were you taught? So just quick tangent of film major jargon.
Yeah.
When you're lighting things, you use clothespins to attach gels to them, and it'll change the color of the light.
Yeah, and a gel is just like a translucent piece of plastic with a color on it to make the light a different color.
Did you? Cause I never learned this in school. I was told this by someone while working on something. Do you call clothespins C47s?
No. What?
That is the name for clothespins.
Like the actual
That's
name
like
for them? Really?
like a C-stand or like a lollipop or pancake. C47 is the name for clothespins.
Does that stand for like clip?
No.
47?
You know what's funny about it? It
What?
doesn't stand for anything. It's like D-Day. Because
Wait, D-Day didn't
D-Day,
stand for
the
anything?
D doesn't actually stand for anything.
Actually, yeah, you're right. What would it stand for?
I always thought like destruction or something.
Yeah.
I actually forget what happened on D-Day.
Yeah.
We could call Tim.
Wait, you don't
Kalick.
know what D-Day
I don't
is?
remember. I should, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
What happened on D-Day?
D-Day is
that the day of the
Normandy.
war?
That's
okay.
when the Allies went from Britain.
That's probably why I
crushed the
thought
channel.
destruction.
Yeah.
But
They
reason
destroyed the beach.
The reason they're called C47s is because on film sets, people would make like shopping lists for things that had to be bought, and they would write clothespins, and people kept erasing or not buying them because they're like, why do we need clothespins? So they named them C47s. So they sounded like a legitimate thing that people were like, oh, I have to make sure I don't forget those.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And then did they have no idea what a C47 was?
Yeah, so they would ask somebody. That was like the point. So they would ask someone, they would be like, "Oh, these are clothespins. You need to buy them."
Gotcha.
Because if they just said clothespins, they'd be like, "No, I'm not going to buy those."
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's clever. That is interesting that we use those.
There's a lot of weird names of things. In
Gaffer.
This department
doesn't really mean anything, but it's like a word.
My favorite is best boy.
Yeah,
I
was thinking about this the other day because there's.
I was
a bunch
too.
Of,
I wonder if we were thinking about this at the same time.
Same time, I bet so. Hive mind from across the world.
The galaxy.
Because there's like gaffer, which is solely like a film term for like a lighting / electrician person.
Mm-hmm. And gaff tape, I think, is called gaff tape because gaffers use it.
Yeah, and then there's best boy. What one's best boy? That's the gaffer's first assistant, right?
I honestly, when I was thinking about this the other day,
could be wrong.
I was like, wow, I wish I could remember what a best boy is.
Right, but I know
that term. I like being on like the few sets I've been on. I've never actually had a best boy. I've probably done the job of a best boy.
Probably.
Or directed whoever was a best boy, not known that they were a best boy.
True. There's one that's something like a girl, something girl. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what's funny? Not funny. It's too bad on my part. When I learned all these things and had to take like exams on them, I was really bad and didn't remember what like any of these things were. But now that I have worked with this stuff, I remember what everything is, but not enough not enough when I needed to get good grades on my exams.
Hey, well, at least you know it now, though.
Yeah.
I suppose better to learn it at some point.
I can go tell someone to throw, grips. And I remember grips and things like that. I remember watching movies and seeing key grip and being like, what is that?
Right.
But now I can go tell someone to load up a 650 on a pancake and throw it on an apple box, and it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
650. Oh, okay. 650 watt light on a, what was the next thing you said?
Pancake.
Oh, I don't know if I
have you taken lighting?
Yeah, is a pancake just like a flat apple box, or just a piece of wood?
So it's the piece of wood
with a what is it, a baby pin?
With a baby pin on top.
These are so ridiculous terms. A baby pin is just like a metal cylinder that they like weld onto things, and it's the perfect size to attach lights to. Yeah.
So if I tell someone
like a 5/8
to put is it?
Yeah. Do you know what a junior pin is?
A bigger
baby pin. But do you remember the inches? I think I know what it is.
No, I don't.
I could be wrong. I think it's a 1 inch and 1/8.
I know that it sits atop a junior combo.
Yeah, these are ridiculous terms.
I know. I wonder, let's. This isn't a film major specific. Actually, you know what? Can I talk about something I've been doing this week?
Absolutely.
I have been scouring the recesses of my mind and social media pages to revamp the Fitchburg communications media as a whole.
What do you mean by that?
So the Fitchburg Communication Department, the department that we are
communications
part of,
media.
Yep, has social media. So there's a comm department Facebook.
Yeah.
There's a comm department Instagram. I forget if there's a Twitter or not, but I'm in a class called Intermediate Social Media with Kyle Moody, and we are in charge of revamping social media.
No way.
So I have been creating plans with my group. The class is split into groups of 4, and we're in phase 1 of the process now. Each group comes up with phase 1, phase 2. I think there are 3 phases, and then I think Kyle Moody and Mary Baker, I think they pick the best parts of every group, and then at the end of the class we will create a handbook so that whoever they hire to be in charge of the social media for the school can reference this handbook for posting on any platform and how frequently they have to and what they can post on those platforms.
No way. That's cool. Is that going to have formatting things too?
Yeah, it's going to be okay, on Instagram, these are the kinds of things you want to post. These are the kinds of things you don't want to post. These are the hashtags you want to use for different types of things. These
that's awesome.
So
that's cool.
And this is your posting schedule.
Yeah. Kyle Moody's a great professor, although I've never had him.
I've never had him, and I'm happy. I always thought he would be cool to have. And I am surprised though at the amount of work that's in this class, because it's almost like an internship. It's almost like we are hired PR people to do all this
and
stuff.
And that's what's crazy. The pro-com concentration. So we're the film concentration, but the pro-com concentration, almost all their classes are client-based projects.
Tomorrow, we're pitching our ideas for phase 1.
Oh, seriously?
And we have to dress to impress while we pitch them to Mary Baker.
Oh, right, because she's in charge of the department.
Yeah.
That actually is a nice segue into something I was doing this week, which was working on my thesis.
Which is all about segues.
Which is, yeah. Well, no, because my advisor for that is Mary.
Right. No, yeah, I know.
And...
we're making a documentary about the segue.
Yeah, basically.
But tell me about it.
Another aside. That's what our whole life and our relationship is just an aside.
Shakespeare is writing these asides also.
Yeah, right. We had a term, we didn't know that the word non sequitur meant an aside, sort of branch off conversation. We discovered that only a few years ago, maybe, or something.
Non sequiturs, divergodaur.
Yes.
We have different words for it.
So we made words for it before we knew that one.
Yeah.
And what were they?
Divergodaurus.
Divergodaurus.
Oh, or non
or Divergodaur, like a
no,
dinosaur.
It was
but
Divergodaur
Divergodaur.
and non-sequisaurus, which I think we must have learned after learning.
And we just wanted it to be a dinosaur.
But we might be wrong. Maybe we created non-sequisaurus, and people were like, huh, that's ridiculous. That's a dinosaur. Non-sequitur, that's the word in the dictionary now.
Yeah.
They took it from us.
Yep.
I want my royalties, Merriam-Webster.
So, backtracking from that, my thesis, I'm at like the point where I'm starting to, like, I have characters sort of, and I'm basically just trying to come up with what the actual, like, this happens, then this happens, then this happens. Like, I need to make a treatment for it, and I should run that by you at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Or like after the show, and then when I have a full treatment,
I charge $50. I charge $50 a word to read treatments. So
$50 a word.
Keep it short and sweet.
2 words.
$50 a character.
Oh wow!
Is what I will be working up to next month. So get in while you can.
Nice. What else happened to you this week?
I took Jen to the emergency room.
Oh wow!
God rest her soul. No, I shouldn't joke about the
horrible.
death of my girlfriend.
We love you, Jen.
I love you, Jen.
Don't be dead.
Ever. No, because she was getting flu-like symptoms.
Oh.
And which I don't have, by the way, just so you know, when I took a sip of your drink.
Good.
She was getting flu-like symptoms, so we took her to the emergency room because it ended up being cheaper than going to like the urgent care in like CVS. And
that's weird how that works,
yeah,
but like fair enough.
So we took her in, and they did have to euthanize. No, so when
you said "and they did," I was like, "This is a lie."
Yeah. My lies have a certain tenor.
The same though. Everyone knows when I'm about to say a lie.
But not when we together
like a
are
joke.
lying. Sometimes we lie about things and people
Really
are like,
well.
what? No, but she had flu-like symptoms, so we brought her in, and they. So, have you ever taken a flu test?
Or
been
not
tested?
Think so.
So I 2 weeks ago had some flu-like symptoms.
What?
We're getting a call. We're getting a call in the studio.
Okay.
Pick it up. I don't know.
Hello? This is Trevor and Jay, host a radio show.
Hi, this is Joshua Hodges from Mid-Pittsburgh Weekend. Trevor, I just wanted to tell you I heard the show, and I wanted to tell you to let your girlfriend Jen know on my behalf that I hope she gets better.
Oh, Josh, thank you very much for calling in.
Last year around this time, I went to the hospital for flu-like symptoms of my own. It turned out to be stomach bug. I thought it was stomach flu, but it was stomach bug.
Yeah, I think that might be what I had a couple weeks ago.
Well, wait a minute. Was it from a virus or a bacterium?
I'm not sure. They weren't able to tell me what it was from, and it passed in about 48 hours.
I was bedridden for about a week afterward.
Oh wow. Well, Josh, thank you very much for your wishes to Jen.
That I hope she gets better.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much for calling in, Josh.
Hey, no problem.
You have a good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Josh.
Wow, that's our first call.
That was so cool.
Thank you so much for calling in, Josh. That was very sweet of you to wish Jen well.
Yeah, that's so cool. Hey, so that's a new update we didn't know about because last time we tried the phone.
Here's the thing. I listened to Josh's show the other day.
Okay.
And I called in.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working because there was a super long delay. But somehow it's working now.
That is amazing. How did they get that to work?
I don't know, but that
was
awesome.
Real time.
Yeah, so Jay and I are sitting here. All of a sudden, there are lights that are flashing in the studio.
And the room is dark because we only have that like disco ball, mind you.
Maybe this is the key. Maybe they put it... Oh, we're getting another call.
All right, let's see who it is. Hi, you are on WXPL right now with Trevor and Jay.
It's me again. I just wanted to let you know that in order for the phone to work, the caller has to be within earshot of a radio.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why when Jay picked up...
I figured that out.
Maybe that's why when Jay picked up the phone right now...
The next person that called me was within earshot of the radio, and then the next person after that was not within earshot, and I had to switch off and on between the phones so that they could hear me.
So Josh, are you listening to the radio?
Yes, I am in my car waiting for someone to come out to the car because I have to take them to the train station.
So is what you're saying that someone who is in a different town who doesn't have who isn't as close to the station as you are would not be able to call? There would be a longer delay?
Well, no. I mean, if they have access to a landline phone and they're listening, on a computer or something, then I don't see why they wouldn't be able to call.
Actually, Josh, no, I think
that makes a lot of sense.
No, I think that the delay. I think the reason that it didn't work for you the other day on your show, Josh.
No, I figured out what it was.
I think it might be because there was a delay on the app, but there's not a delay on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that might be.
Because
there is about a 30-second delay.
So right now,
about that.
Right now, can you not hear us through your phone? You hear us through the radio?
That's correct.
Okay.
So I guess the radio is a lot faster.
But if you switch the phone off, then I will be able to hear you through my phone.
Oh, okay.
But you'll have to switch back and forth between the phone off and on.
Oh, okay.
And that can be a nightmare to juggle live. So, unless you do calls regularly on your show, then it's going to be a problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you.
It's easier for somebody local to call in and listen and talk to you.
Right.
But if someone wants to call in with the app, unfortunately, you're going to have to be back and forth between the phone being on and off.
Right. Okay, well, thank you for letting us know how to use that.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, and I'll let everybody know at our next meeting.
All righty,
Nice.
Thanks a lot, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good night.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it's
I'm
cool
happy
that we're
doing
getting calls without asking
Right?
for calls like on Facebook.
We're
or
getting
something.
big. We're famous. We'll
We
see you
are.
on a... Well, I don't know.
America's Next Top Model.
Yeah. Famous people, what do? We need a larger social media presence.
Yeah, because they can just say they have enough listeners, like the big radio shows. They have
Yeah.
enough listeners where they can say, "All right, give us a call in 10 minutes. We're going to be taking calls," and they'll get hundreds.
Right, and they have hundreds of followers on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I only made a Twitter recently.
Oh, you did. What's your handle? See, I wonder if we made one at the same time because I also made one.
What?
Recently.
No way.
I made one exactly 17 hours ago.
I made mine exactly 17 hours ago. Also.
Oh my goodness.
That is
wow.
impressive.
And change. I'm not sure what time, but
yeah.
What's your Twitter handle?
Handle, yeah, it's French. It's at VJ Reese.
Oh, that's a lot like mine. Mine is at Sweltering Dad.
I was hoping you would say the exact same handle. Handle. Oh, that's so cool that we can get colors.
I thought you said colors. I do love receiving colors into the cones of my eyes.
Right? That's actually really funny. I was talking about the cones and rods in eyes an hour and a half ago, maybe, with Kaya.
Earlier today, I took a Facebook quiz, and it asked me about the parts that make up the eye, and I answered cones and rods.
What is our life?
It's a hive mind.
So
hive life.
The rods are for light, right?
Oh,
and then the cones are color?
I don't know.
I could be very wrong.
Do think that it's the opposite.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
Hey, at least I'm
just the devil's advocate.
No, that's good.
I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm literally the devil's advocate.
You're I love that man.
I will advocate for the devil
any day,
anytime, any place. So backtracking a little bit.
Yes, Jen?
Yeah, so let me
her
just say,
untimely demise.
A couple weeks ago, maybe 3 now, I had flu-like symptoms, so I went in and I got a flu test.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me what you think they do to test you for the flu.
I think that they put a thermometer in your butt, like in the olden days.
See, that would be fun compared to what they do. You get two. You get 2 more guesses.
All right, 2 more guesses. So
it's similar to how they test for, another common cold that people get.
Okay. Do they swab your mouth?
See, that's what I hoped you would say. So imagine that, right?
Okay.
But 100 times worse.
Oh goodness. Do they cut a piece of the inside of your cheek off?
They cut out your entire tongue. No. So when you're getting a strep throat test, they stick the thing in your throat and you gag.
Yeah. I think.
Have you ever gotten a strep throat test?
Maybe.
So they take this long Q-tip type thing.
Yeah.
Stick it as far back in your throat as they can and just go shimmy it around like a key that won't work. And it's awful. And you sound like this when it happens. And then
or is it more like
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's,
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
So, for the flu,
Okay.
they take this thing. It's like,
And they
it's like made out of plastic.
And they make you choke to death first.
It would be better. It's like this long. Okay, so imagine about
That's
this
like
long.
a good 4 or 5 inches.
Right, and they shove it straight up into your nose all the way.
No.
Yeah.
For the flu?
Yep.
Why?
Because they want you to know how much worse you could feel. They're
Like,
trying to show
should
you
be
something
thankful.
much worse. That's what it sounds like. I'm joking. That's how they test for the flu. So I got that done the other day.
That sounds like,
Not the other day,
when
a
the
couple weeks ago.
Egyptians like put their tools up your nose to scrape your brain
Yeah,
out.
it might as well be a what's the word? A lobotomy. So
Ow.
So we went with Jen. She was really worried that they were gonna do that to her because she really didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So and I feel like this goes against what a medical professional should do, but. So we get in, right? We have this
You're gonna
like
get a doctor fired right now.
We have like a consultation with a student nurse,
Uh-huh.
and she's talking to us about like what it could be and stuff. And Jen's like, "Oh, am I gonna get tested for the flu?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think so." But she did say there's a shortage of flu testers,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure because a lot of people have gotten the flu this year.
Yeah.
So then they leave, and then like a half hour later they come back with a doctor, and then like another student, and then that girl. So there are 3 people in the room. And the doctor says to the nursing student, he says, I want you to go get me a flu test. And Jen is like Jen like reacted like scared. So the nurse like looked at Jen, and then she like left the room. And then she came back like a minute later, and she looked at the doctor and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any more." And then she winked at Jen.
No.
So I think that they could have given her one, and the nurse was like, I'm going to help you out. But now Jen's dead from the flu. So,
So
an eye
who's
for an
lost?
eye. Yeah.
Is she
but-
better? Is she sick?
So she's not working. She didn't work today at all. She's not working tomorrow. I think she goes back
wow.
to work Wednesday. But I do think tonight she seems a lot better than she did like this time the other night.
And Jen, if we're wrong about that and you are deathly ill right now, call in and let us know.
So that was, we spent a while in the at the hospital. So
Wow.
and I asked the doctor, are there any precautions I should take so that
Yeah.
I don't get the flu from Jen?
And he was
said,
like, just leave her.
he said, honestly, you or her or both should wear doctor's masks the whole time you're around each other.
Well,
but that didn't end up happening.
hey, I'm glad you're not sick yet.
Yeah. I think, here's what we think might have happened. I was sick like 3 weeks ago,
Oh, okay.
and I think that somehow I might have gotten her sick as I got better,
Yeah.
and then she got it worse than I did. Because now I have absolutely no symptoms.
Yeah.
So
I hope I don't get even more belatedly sick from you.
hopefully not. I'm sorry when I took a sip of that
No,
I didn't
that's
remember
okay.
all this. So, but I don't have any symptoms. I feel fine.
Okay.
So, and we don't actually know.
I'll
if
let
she
you know
has-
if I feel fine.
We don't actually know if she has the flu.
True.
They just
true.
think she had the symptoms.
Yeah.
So,
That sucks.
and I had the symptoms, but my test came back negative. So
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Not to like one up your sad story.
Oh,
for
do it!
this
I
week,
dare you.
but I broke my phone screen protector today.
Your protector, or like
No, just the protector, not the screen.
you did one up me. I'm sorry.
I'm
though.
just kidding. Jen, your pain is much worse.
How did that go? Oh, Jen just. Oh, this is too bad. Jen just texted me and she said I died. Oh, oh my god.
Tragic.
Oh my god.
Rest in
gonna
peace.
need I'm gonna need a few weeks.
We're gonna play taps right now in honor of Jen.
I just got a Snapchat of a hermit crab.
Ba, ba, ba. What?
I just got a Snapchat of a hermit crab.
Whose is that? Who is that? Is that Jen?
No, that's Sarah McFetridge with Derek, and Derek now owns a hermit crab.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know much about hermit crabs.
I used to have hermit crabs.
Really?
And I was so afraid of them that I never touched them until they died.
When you said, did you really?
I would feed them, but I wouldn't take them out of the tank. I wouldn't touch them. I pretended they weren't there, and I would feed them.
You said, like, I had hermit crabs once. I was going to be like, oh, man, you had to see a doctor, right?
I did.
It sounded like an STD.
I wish what's worse, and I wish I had hermit crabs. Instead, I have demigod crabs, which are like infinitely more powerful. They've got the power of any demigod around.
Gotcha.
And they're an STD. So they're immune to science because they use magic.
Oh, wow.
But if you get a good witch doctor, you can take care of it. Delicious.
I love eating witch doctors.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else from your week?
I filmed something.
So did I. What did you film?
Something much less intense, but with I filmed something with your director, though.
Really?
I filmed we had like a short, I'm going to say this is the least amount of effort I think I've put into any
ever.
Like film project.
Okay.
In all of college.
Wow.
Which sounds bad, but I think the whole group collectively, like not just me, like the entire group put like very little. And I'm not saying anything bad about anyone. I'm just saying as a group we collectively didn't really care about this project.
Wait, can I make a guess about what it is?
Yeah.
Did you film
hold on, can I interrupt you real quick because it might not be relevant in a minute. Jen just Snapchatted me and then texted me and said to check my Snapchat and show you and turn up my volume.
Okay.
So, can you see my phone?
Yeah.
It's Jen's mom. It says, Jay, I'm your biggest fan, and you can hear our voices in the background.
Wait, Jen's mom is my biggest fan? Yep. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jen's mom.
You know what
Shout
her
out.
mom told me today?
What?
She makes this like dessert called Texas squares, and she was like, I should have sent Jay some Texas squares after the hell you put him through with your cupcakes.
Oh my goodness! If you want to send me some Texas squares,
Jay, you can tweet them.
On we can eat them on the radio show, maybe.
Yeah.
And you can put something in there like some I don't
roofies.
Know. Sardines, maybe.
Yeah.
Something a little less rapey.
No snails.
No snails.
So go back. You can guess what we filmed.
Oh yes. So. Because I saw a quick clip where a professor was in, like, some project footage from a Procom class with Rob Carr. Did you film with Rob Carr?
You were 100% off base.
All right, so never mind.
Jen just said she's going to make some for next week.
Oh my goodness.
They're really good. There was
excited.
a point where she made like 3 batches of them.
Yeah.
And I brought them to the suite last semester. And we ate those for it's like all any of us ate for a week.
Wow. I should make some Hamantaschen
and we left them very Jewish. What is that?
It's like a Jewish pastry. It's a little triangle.
I can tell by the diction.
Yeah. I had a program. I had a Hamantaschen program.
You did?
Yeah.
That's actually wicked cool, and I wish I went to it.
We should make some. All right, but anyways.
Put it on the channel. I'm always down to try like some cool food.
It's fun to make.
I went to an Indian restaurant. This is so Divergodaurs. I went to a cool Indian restaurant the night that I saw the new Star Wars movie. And it was like some of the like some of the most different food I've ever had, but also some of the most like delicious food. Yeah, it was like I got this thing that was all of them came. Not all of them. A lot of the meals came with like this little dish of like almost like not a dip, but like a comparable to like a sauce. Like if something came with a sauce and it was meant to be like the sauce was meant to be like spooned out onto what you're eating, but they were like
a jelly.
But they were more like savory, like almost like a hot hummus.
Okay.
Or like I think there were a lot of chickpeas because it's vegan, the stuff we were eating.
Yeah.
Or at least vegetarian. Not sure, but. I ordered this thing, and it came with, like, puffy bread. I think that's what it was called. And it was bread that was, like, this high and round, but it was just filled with, like, air. So it was, like, very thin bread, but it was,
like, a lot of bubbles?
It was like a balloon. No, it was like a balloon made out of bread. And you, like, tear off the bread and, like, dip it in the stuff and eat it, and it was awesome.
Was it like a like a sweet sourdough bread or like a
It might have actually been sourdough bread, or what's the word you're gonna say?
I don't know.
I
It's
feel-
I don't know.
I feel like the word that you're trying to say
is the right one.
is the right one.
And I can't think of what it is. That's really embarrassing.
It's okay. It's better than totally butchering it and making like an Indian sounding word that's not real.
Oh well.
What were we saying? Pre-Divergodaurs. The
The
pre-Divergodaurs era.
the Hamantash? Was that on the Divergador?
That related to what I was saying.
About going to this place and the sauce.
No, so first you said that. First you said the Jewish thing,
Yeah.
and then it reminded me of the Indian thing.
Oh.
But the Jewish thing
Was based
stemmed
off the Texas squares.
right, which was based off of...
Jen's
God.
mom.
We got so far back, way farther back than I thought we'd be able
You
to
had
get.
them in your suite and you loved them. We ate
Right.
a lot last semester.
And that, I think this was like diverging from my main point.
Even farther.
About filming.
How? Wait. How? is this about filming?
I wasn't able to tie it back.
All right.
But this is what we were talking about.
Okay.
So I was filming something with your director.
Oh, yeah.
And it was what I think me and the rest of my group, what we collectively like cared about like the least out of anything we filmed. It was for my cinematography class.
Mm-hmm. Also, now I'm fully appreciating how strong of a Divergador that was.
That was a tangent that was
Tangent and a
longer
half.
than the Trail of Tears.
That should be the name of
And
this episode.
and more arduous.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I 100%
Just
did
kidding.
not agree with what I just said. Just a disclaimer. And I hate Christopher Columbus, and I don't think we should have a holiday about him.
We shouldn't. And also, he did not. We don't think that he did the Trail of Tears, but like, still, we don't like him either.
But
Get out of here, Andrew Jackson.
So going back, wow, my history is up to par.
I was gonna say.
So now backtracking back to the film.
Filming with my director.
Just from this point on, Divergodaurs
Right.
species has
Yeah.
been extinct.
Yeah. Okay.
We filmed this project.
Yes.
It was it was on 16 millimeter film.
Oh wow.
And use 16 millimeter Super 8 film.
Is it Super 8 or Super 16?
No, I'm very wrong now.
don't
It
know.
was Super 8 film.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't Super 16.
Maybe Super 8 is 16. I don't know.
I think Super 8. This sounds like counterintuitive. I think Super 8 might be 16 millimeter, but
Might
no,
be.
because it should be 8 millimeter. Super.
don't know.
But it
Beats
was
me.
Super 8 film. I'm
Okay.
forgetting now, and now I sound like an idiot to any film majors who are listening.
It's whatever.
But so we filmed this thing, and it was like we only had enough film to make it last like 2.5 minutes.
Mhm.
But what was cool is we were provided with the film from the school. We didn't have to pay for it.
Hey,
which
that's a plus.
is a plus because film gets expensive.
Yeah.
And we just had to include like 5 different types of shots. We had to have like a telephoto shot. We needed to have a follow focus. We needed to have a rack shot. We needed to have
What class was this?
cinematography.
Oh, you're in that right now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We needed to have a wide and something else. So we did this like little thing that we kind of came up with. Sarah came up with the concept for it,
Yeah.
and then we kind of just like did it on the fly.
Yeah.
And then when we were done, we probably like just wasted off like a whole minute at least of just us like playing around with the camera because we got everything we needed to get. But it was
Nice.
very little planning. We shot the whole thing in an hour. And
Hey, but that's awesome.
we didn't get any actors or actresses. Benny and Sarah both played the same person, who are very different in both
Really?
race and gender. But they both had black pants on, so we were able to get
Hey, there you
a
go.
follow focus of like Benny's legs, even though it's supposed to be like Sarah's
Sarah.
character.
Meh.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, we did that. It was just like a short little like.
You don't have it the film back yet, do you?
No, so we gave it to Zach, and he
Yeah.
will
Process
develop
it?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also am the owner, as of a while ago, but
Uh-huh.
newly like fun to me. I started using it again. I'm now the owner of a Canon film camera,
Really?
like a still photo
Yeah.
camera. A few months ago, maybe even like a year ago, my dad had been talking about how he had one when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not when he was a kid, when he was like my age, he
Yeah.
had one. So I was at my Gram's house, And I was like, oh, do you have that? And she's like, yeah, I have that. And she found it and gave it to me.
Wow.
So I recently tried to get it to work for the first time, and it's broken.
Oh.
But it just won't turn on. So I think the battery area, I looked with a flashlight, and it looks like eroded, kind of.
Oh, gotcha.
So I am going to bring it to...
It uses a battery?
Yeah, it uses
That's
2
so
AA
interesting.
batteries to advance the film
Oh,
and to
okay, that
like
makes
activate
sense.
the shutter.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But when I realized there were batteries, I was like, that's strange.
Right.
So I'm going to take it to like a camera repair store, and hopefully
see
they
if
can
they
just...
can do
I
something
think
with
they
it.
just have, and this is with my little knowledge of this camera I've never
Yeah.
used, and very little knowledge in general. I think they might just have to replace like the power into, like replace that whole section that the batteries,
You like sit in.
where the batteries live. I think
Yeah.
they just have to replace that whole thing.
If you can get that to work, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about it.
That's so cool.
It's called the Canon T50. It's a neat little camera. And there was inside of it a whole roll of film.
Unused?
No,
Oh.
fully used.
That wasn't developed?
That hasn't been developed.
No
So
way.
I'm going to take it to CVS and see if they'll be able to develop it.
Ooh. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, so it's like
You-
pictures my dad took like 20 years ago.
Plot twist, you find horribly incriminating.
I was worried that I
Things.
might find horrible things that I don't want to see, but
Yeah.
it's a risk I'm willing to take.
That is
for
awesome.
the sake of...
Does he know that that was there?
I don't know if he does or not, but I don't. It's got a huge zoom lens.
Yeah.
I don't know how far the zoom is. I don't remember. And then it's got a cool little prime lens. But you know what's strange
what?
about the zoom lens, and
Yeah.
I've never seen this on a lens. I don't know how it works. So you have like that little ring,
Yeah, zoom ring.
but it's like this thick, right? The whole
Okay.
ring is like that thick.
Yeah.
And not only can you twist it and it will extend or collapse the
Yeah.
lens, you can slide the whole zoom ring
What?
along it.
Does it do the same thing?
I
or
don't know what it does.
Does one of them change focus and one of them
No, because there's
change
also
zoom? I
like
don't know.
there's like a separate
focus ring?
Actually, I
That's
don't.
weird.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I don't know.
because when you look in the lens,
Yeah.
because at first I thought the thing was broken and it would just like sliding all over the place.
Mhm.
But when you look in the lens and you pull it, you do see like
Stuff
happen in the lens, and then when you twist it, you also see stuff.
I have no idea. That's so weird.
Maybe it is the focus. I feel like
Do-
it could be.
Do those lenses work on other Canon cameras? Do you know?
They don't work on DSLRs because this camera is an SLR. So this is not. So the digital component is taken out of DSLR. So this lens doesn't have any communication with the camera.
Gotcha.
So
Are DSLRs just because they have the like a digital sensor instead
that's
of
what
film?
I see. I never like knew that. I didn't honestly know that like an SLR was a thing.
Yeah.
My film knowledge is very limited because I do video and digital.
Yeah.
But when I saw that this camera is an SLR, I was like, oh, because it's not digital. So that's
Yeah,
that's
that
what
makes
I'm
sense.
assuming, but I could be wrong. Also, Jen's mom looked up info on the camera, and I have a screenshot of it. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, sure.
The Canon T50, introduced in March 1983 and discontinued in December 1989, was the first in Canon's new T series. It's like the Canon T5i or whatever.
Oh, this is like
This
the
is the
first
film, the
Canon
first one
T.
first in Canon's new T series of 35mm single lens reflex cameras compatible with Canon's FD lens mount. SLR sales were falling in 1983 from the market's 1981 peak, and Canon chose to try greater automation to revive sales and remain competitive. The approach had found favor in compact cameras such as the blah 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 camera and the blah 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 camera. The T50 had a power winder built in, giving a continuous shooting rate of 1.4 frames per second, as well as an advanced auto exposure mode, although it was still a manual focus camera. So it does have a rapid strike thing. I can hold down
And
the
it'll,
thing, and
take a
be
bunch
like,
of photos.
and keep
That's
advancing
impressive
the
for
film.
film.
And the shutter, I didn't know what the shutter was on this because like the shutter on like our cameras is like a little like mirrored glass thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually no. The shutter is behind that, and it like is like a thing
The
that
spinning,
spins.
yeah.
This, I was looking at it, and it's got this like plasticky material that's bendable, and I was like poking around at it. I'm like, I don't know what this thing is.
We're casually
and then I watched a
breaking it.
video on it, and that same thing I'd been poking around, someone like opened the camera and filmed it like as it was taking pictures, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, I was breaking the shutter while I was playing with this camera.
Casually.
So
maybe the repair person will have to fix that too.
We've spent this so far. Let me just say, I think this has been a very fun show so far.
Oh yes.
But the only thing we've done so far is talk about our weeks.
True.
You know why this is?
Why? I like that though. I like
no, I'm not complaining because I love it. But you know why I think this is?
Why?
I think it's because we haven't hung out in a while. So
True.
this is like us talking
Catching
about.
up.
This is just us catching up. This show should just be called the Catch Up.
Like the condiment, right? Like ketchup and mustard. Ketchup, the ketchup.
Grow up.
What was? Oh, I was gonna say one more thing about my week. Yeah.
I want you to say two more.
Two more things.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I have a game for you.
Oh, okay, good.
So I'll do that.
We're getting to
there.
The main part of the show
Right.
now.
I like that this one has just been a bunch of like Divergodaurs.
No, me too, because it's
Non-Psychosaurus.
like a trail of it's like a stream of consciousness almost.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay. So I do have two more things and then a game.
Good.
First thing, I have a.
If we go a little late, that's fine, but I have to pick up
Yeah.
a pizza at 10:30.
True. He pre-ordered a pizza.
Yep.
I have the nephew is not the word.
Son.
No, that is. Yeah, there you go. No, my cousin has a son now
Okay.
that was just born. So that's my.
That's your second cousin. That
no,
person's dad?
That's my first cousin once removed. Second cousins would be if I had a son. That son would be second cousins to his son.
Really?
But yeah.
Okay. Then my whole life, let me just tell you,
Yeah.
I've had a second cousin that's not really my second cousin.
Oh wait, really?
So my dad's cousin,
Yeah.
right, is not my second cousin.
Your dad's cousin is your first cousin once removed.
Okay, yeah.
In a really weird way.
Okay, so I thought that was my second cousin.
Yeah.
He's a judge.
I don't know. I could be wrong. But
Maybe, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But continue.
do they have a kid? The judge?
Yeah.
So that's your second cousin.
That's so strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like you
What
could have like
what can I
30th
what
cousins.
can I
or something.
marry?
I don't know.
What kind of cousin
Might depend on what
like
state.
Okay, I'm not
Do you
trying
want me to
I'm not
Google
trying
this?
to talk about like my family like this, never mind.
I can do that right now.
Well, like I wonder what kind of cousin. There's like I know there's a certain type of No, you know what I was just going to do? That's really bad.
What?
I was just going to make a claim about science that I fully supported, that it actually stemmed from a quote from The Office. Because Dwight, I was like, oh, I've heard this somewhere. Dwight says, like, oh, second cousins are the best because they keep the bloodline intact and there's no genetic stuff going on, like mutations.
Goodness. So something on the internet said that 26 states allow marriage of your first cousin, which is
Yeah.
goodness.
Ugh.
I don't know what states though.
At least Jen's my second cousin.
First cousin marriage, Massachusetts law updates. What is this webpage? Da-na-na-na-na-na.
This is another Divergodaur, by the way. Let's not forget that you're talking about your type of cousin.
What?
Let's not
What'd you
forget that
say?
this is actually about your cousin.
You're right, so never mind. In any case, my cousin now has a son, and that's so exciting. It's like the first of a new generation.
That's awesome.
Of Reese's.
What's his name?
I can say that on air, right? Does that? I don't know.
That's fine.
Privacy thing?
I unless you don't want to, but I do think that you're going to be okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's actually a beautiful name that I'm a little upset
Isn't
that
your name?
I'm a little upset that they chose it so that I can't use that for my children now.
You can. Families reproduce names.
Meh,
Reproduce
names.
names.
It's like the constellation Orion.
That
Isn't that so cool? That's a great name.
one of the most awesome names that
Right?
I've ever heard.
Kaya hates that name though, so it's fine.
Really?
But, yeah, she does. Oh well, she doesn't hate it. She'll get mad at me for saying that.
Well, she's only your first cousin, so you can't marry her in this state anyway.
Oh my goodness. But no, yeah, that's such a great name, and I'm so excited to watch this kid grow. And yeah, so
that's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's really cool.
Right?
Congratulations to your cousin.
Right?
And his new son.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
right?
great. Yeah. It's an awesome name too.
So there's that. What else?
So you said you had 2 more things for me, and then
yes. So the other thing is we did our advanced film test shoot last
hold
night
on. Jen,
in the
Jen
snow.
has a list of like baby names, and she said that's on my list, and then she put a crying face.
Really?
So keep going.
You can use it. You're not
not my cousin.
Yeah. No.
So keep going. Sorry. By the way, Jen isn't pregnant.
Yeah. We did our advanced film test yesterday, which is so cool. We were all in the snow. It got really cold, but it was like a great set and like just a great like first time all working together. And then I got a message today saying that only 4 of the shots are here. Hold on, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Hopefully, 4 of the shots. So like we had to transfer all the files onto a hard drive because they're really big raw files.
Yep. You're shooting on the Blackmagic, right?
Yeah, a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro, which is like a beautiful camera.
Actually, is that new? Is that not what I shot on? Was that on your Snapchat story?
Yes. See,
because
here's the thing.
That's not what I shot on.
Right? I didn't think it was, but Zach was like, "Yeah, they used that last semester." So I don't know.
I used the Blackmagic.
It was like thin, right? You had a really thin.
Yeah,
one?
the body is like this thin.
Yeah, it's like a perfect rectangle, and it's like thin.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm going to talk to him about that because he definitely lied to us then. I'm so happy we're using these, though.
Yep.
But I feel bad you guys didn't use them.
Because I saw pictures, and it looked awesome, not the camera that we used.
Oh, yeah, it's so nice. But in any case, something may have gone wrong with the way we either formatted the card or like we changed formats halfway through because I think we shot a couple shots and then we set it up for the 4K and the RAW.
Were you shooting like 1080p first or something, like just to?
Maybe I don't remember.
I mean, at least you shot yours in the right format.
You're right.
Because we shot ours in 1080p.
Yeah. Well, in any case, we shot all of it, and you can watch it on the camera, like in playback.
Yeah.
But when she put it on the hard drive, they're just like black files. Like all the stills are black, and so we're really hoping that our professor can save us tomorrow, or the computer will save us with the right program. I don't know.
See, I'm on the end
Fingers
of
crossed.
the spectrum that doesn't like. If someone in my group told me that, I would say, figure it out. I don't care because I'm not the editor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're the editor though, and you're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah. I mean,
and I do care. I hope that works out
Thank
because
you.
I don't want you to have like a bad project.
True.
But at least it's a test.
At least
the
it
test
was the test
is
shoot.
for
And
making
there you
mistakes.
go. Exactly.
If you have a perfect test, that's like scary because now, if you make mistakes, you don't know how to fix them.
Right. So, exciting. All right, you want to play the game now that it is almost 10 o'clock?
Now that it is 2 minutes until the end of the show.
We're good. Only 5.
Oh, by the way, your girlfriend just messaged me and said, Trevor, for the record, I don't hate that name. I just don't like it enough to want to name my kid that.
Yeah, that's fine. She's also not pregnant right now. So. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for
So,
this.
speaking of birthdays,
right?
Because there is now a new birthday in the world for my first cousin once removed. I was like, let's look into our own birthdays and Orion's birthday.
Okay.
And talk about like famous people who share that birthday.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
So like for a long time, I've known that my birthday, like not another famous person, but a famous event.
Can I guess what your birthday is? Because I don't know it, and I know I should.
Are you serious?
It's in. I know it's in the summer. Is it in August?
It is in August.
Is it August? Is there 4 in it?
No.
Is it a 20th?
No.
17th?
No.
What is it?
Keep guessing.
August 5th.
No.
7th.
No.
12th.
It was the 6th. You guessed off right around it.
Actually, though, I was very close. I was as
5th,
close as like a friend should be able to get if they can't get the day.
Fair enough.
And mine is rememberable.
Yeah, exactly. Because yours is New Year's.
Yeah.
But I know that August 6th is when Hiroshima or Nagasaki, I think Hiroshima was bombed.
Oh, wow.
So that's a not fun story. But now on to famous people's birthdays. My new person in the family, this new baby, shares a birthday with, get this, Ed Sheeran, Michael Jordan, Paris Hilton, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bonnie Wright, who plays Ginny in the Harry Potter movies, and Michael Bay. February 17th.
That is so many people.
So many. And you might think like, okay, well, there's a lot of celebrities.
And I didn't know that all of those people were babies.
Yeah, same day, same year. And you'd think that, like, okay, there's a lot of celebrities, so, like, there's probably a lot of crossover in terms of, like, every day must have a lot of... But then I looked into ours, and there are so few.
Yeah, I had known there were very few from... I can't name any of mine.
So I can,
actually,
but I have a game for it.
You know what's interesting, though? I was born without a birthday.
What do you mean?
It's very sad. When I was born, I was never given a birthday.
What?
My parents forgot. They would never give me a birthday.
I don't get it.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, okay. You made it sound like you had like a clever like.
No, yeah.
See, if you look at it this way,
I was born without a birthday.
That's so unfortunate.
I know. Do you want to?
They should have chosen a day. Sure.
I meant to offer you one at the beginning of the show, but this might as well be the beginning of the show.
Is this the part where Trevor kills me on air?
Hey, how long until we decide to change our show time till 10:30? You know what's cool?
Probably after this show.
Because we have gone, the past like 3 shows, we've gone over our time.
Which is like totally okay by me.
No, I'm happy that we've had like this back and forth that has like organically lasted that long.
Hey, remember when YouTube was only allowing for like 10-minute long videos?
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Hey, you know what's annoying about YouTube?
What?
All my videos are monetized except the video that has the most views and consistently gets the most views.
Why isn't it?
Because YouTube said, hey, we don't think this is right for monetization because it's not getting 1,000 views per week. But my videos that got 50 views and stopped getting views are monetized.
Does that just mean they don't want to give you money?
Yeah. So my most recent video just surpassed, and this is not me, like, I'm not like, oh, look at me. My most recent video just surpassed 20,000 views.
That's awesome.
They will not monetize it until it is making 1,000 views a week. When I have a video that has 400 views that it got in the first month that I posted it, and stopped, and that video is monetized.
That is mean of them.
I know.
That's so stupid.
But I mean, if I really cared, I could keep making videos.
True.
And I haven't. So.
You should, and
I should.
Also Sean and I should include you. We should just all make videos together. I want to make music videos. Total.
Oh yeah, that'd be
non
fun.
sequitur, but yeah. Okay, so anyways, here are the people that you share a birthday with. I'm gonna give you 3 options.
And I pick.
And you figure out which one it is. And I have a couple rounds of this. What? If you hear that noise, that is the light in the studio freaking out.
Here, I'm going to fix it with my mind.
Oh, good. He fixed it with...
And I'm going to stop it. Oh, that would have been cool.
I'm glad that... We had to put the disco ball, like, at an angle.
To make it not make sound.
To make it not rattle, yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, Jen just said she shares her birthday with Adam Levine and Queen Latifah.
Oh, my goodness. That's pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Did she just look that up, or did she already know?
I don't know.
Oh, well. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, for the first famous person that you will probably know, but I'll say their characters because you probably don't know their names.
Let me hear their names first.
Okay. They're all little people. I thought that was a nice trend. So, one of these people shares your birthday.
Little people.
Yes.
You mean like the... politically correct version of
politically
a different
correct
word?
version of a different word.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I almost just was straight up like that, but I was like, whatever. It's actually kind of difficult because if you search like famous little people online, it like doesn't quite know what you mean at first.
Yeah.
Like it just gave me like short people. I don't know. In any case, ready? So, one of these 3 little
Vern
people
Droyer.
share who?
Vern Droyer. Is he on your list?
Yeah.
Is that the person I share a birthday with?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because he's the most famous small person that I can think of.
Vern Troyer, you know him.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The other options were Peter Dinklage,
Okay. Yeah,
who's
I
way
know
more
him.
famous, I think.
Okay, you're
How
right.
do you know Vern Troyer?
He was
Or
Mini-Me in Austin Powers.
He was Mini-Me in Austin Powers. I was literally gonna. What the heck?
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
How did you know that? Oh my goodness. Okay, what about Warwick Davis?
I have no idea who Warwick Davis is.
He-
I think he is a mythical
He,
creature.
oh my goodness. He plays Professor Flitwick in Harry Potter.
Is he
He's-
a troll or a goblin or something?
Actually, you know what? He might play Grip Hook also. I'm
Okay,
not sure
I think
about
that's
that.
what I'm thinking of.
But he also plays like Flitwick, who's
I
like
can't
the
think of-
short professor. I don't know. Oh well, I'll
can't
show you
picture him.
pictures. In any case, he does that. I think he's also been like in a bunch of other little cameo things here and there. But yes, it was Vern Troyer who played Mini-Me in Austin Powers. How do you know his name? Goodness. Oh, the thing's glitching out.
You know what the scariest picture I've ever seen in my life is?
What?
Vern Troyer eating a foot-long sub from Subway because it just doesn't look like it's almost the size of his body the way he's holding it, and he has to hold it like this, and it is horrifying to look at because it's scary. That it's like if you put it up to scale, right?
Yeah.
That's like me eating something that is the size of a dog.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible. I wonder how tall he is. He might be.
Can I guess?
He might be shorter than.
Can I guess how tall he is?
Yeah, sure.
Is he 2'4"?
He's 2'8".
Wow, that was a good
That was
guess.
pretty close. In any case, I was
2'8" is so small to be.
right.
To be.
Well, hey, he made a good living that way, though.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
I'm pretty
cool.
sure he's dating like a very attractive, like super tall model.
Really? Vern Troyer, wife. Maybe he's not married though. I don't know. Oh yeah. All right. Cool. Ready?
Yep.
Here is the next one. Why is the disco
I
ball
don't know.
freaking out? All right.
I wonder if there's a word we say that it doesn't like and it just shakes its head at it.
Nee. Nee. All right. Ready? You got
It's
that?
one of those, yeah.
Yeah. This is so obnoxious. All right. In any case, the next group of people, okay? I have 3 famous writers.
Okay.
And one of them shares your birthday.
Should I guess off the top of my head again?
I swear to no. Do you think you could?
I don't know. One of them popped into my head, and I don't know if it's because I know it or because
You know what? Just do it.
Is it
Who?
Edgar Allan Poe?
It's not Edgar
Okay,
Allan Poe.
okay.
But I would be so upset if you got
Did you know
this
he was
right.
from Boston? Because I didn't.
But
he died. I
don't
did
know.
know that he died on the city streets of
I
Boston.
feel like
wearing.
really?
Do you know about his death?
No.
He was found on the streets of Boston, dead, drunk, wearing another man's clothes.
What? That's weird.
There are people who think that he was a time traveler.
Really?
Yep. I think he might have had the other man's identification on him too.
What?
So sorry, keep going.
That's so interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that now. We should look into that for next time and do a whole
the Edgar
thing.
Allan Poe special.
We should do like a conspiracy.
Ooh, that'd be. I'm
episode.
surprised we haven't. Who
Yeah,
do we
right?
have?
Probably. I don't know. Okay. So, out of these 3 famous writers, I'll say their name and then I'll say the book because you probably won't know any of the names just off
Okay.
the back. So, first off, we have J.D. Salinger.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he was like a hermit guy, I think, who like his only real claim to fame, I'm pretty sure, was Catcher in the Rye.
Okay.
So that's his book. Then there is Lois Lowry.
Also heard the name.
Yes, because she wrote The Giver.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then there's John Steinbeck.
Oh,
He
he
wrote-
wrote. Hold on. He wrote.
I didn't read it. You did.
I did read it.
Yeah.
Do you know that I read it?
I think so. You should have. You
I
had
know
that
the
class.
name super well.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Of
though.
Mice and Men.
I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't have to read that in class.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I
Um,
thought you did.
So one of them shares a birthday with me.
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage. I'm kidding. So what were they again?
So J.D. Salinger.
J.D. Salinger.
L-
That's my guess.
That's you're not gonna listen.
No.
Okay, you are correct.
Yep.
How did you know?
I don't know. I had like a strong feeling.
It was J.D. Salinger. Good job. Okay.
I think it was your tenor.
Really?
I think when you read it, there was something about it. I think you seemed like you didn't care about him.
Okay.
That's the way you talked, and I was like, you know what? That's him.
I will care so much
About all
about
of
these
these.
next three. You have no idea. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, out of these three famous ex-wives,
Oh,
one of them shares a birthday with you.
okay.
Are you ready? Okay.
Marie Antoinette.
What's she an ex-wife? I don't
have
even
no
know.
idea.
All right, ready? Also, I'm just going to say how annoying it was to make sure that all the people in these lists who weren't the right answer actually didn't have
A birthday.
your birthday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't have a birthday. All right. So, up first, we have Eddie Murphy's ex, Nicole Michelle Murphy. Isn't that exciting? Woo, Nicole!
Okay.
Okay. Up next, we have Tiger Woods' ex, Ellen Nordengren.
Okay.
Isn't that exciting?
It is.
And up next, we have Michael Jackson's ex-wife, Lisa Marie Presley. I think she's actually Elvis's daughter.
I think she is. I also think she is Elvis's
Yeah.
daughter. I'm going to guess B.
Tiger Woods' ex-wife, Ellen Nordengren.
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
You are correct.
Good.
How did you know? I feel like you can probably just read me too well.
No, that's not. I right now, for
Yeah.
some reason,
You just felt it.
my intuition is like on point.
Yeah.
There was nothing that you gave away.
No, yeah. Tiger Woods' ex-wife, who is a Swedish model. Yeah, she's a Swedish model. Shares a birthday with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
that exciting?
Yeah.
Those were the three biggest-ish, maybe, names
Yeah.
on the list that I could find for you. For mine, I also only found three that like would probably stand out, sort of. The first one is Lucille Ball. That was like a name
Okay.
where I was like, okay, she's a famous actress,
Yep.
right? And then I have Andy Warhol
Oh, wow.
and M. Night Shyamalan.
Wow. Those are cool. Those are cooler than mine.
Right?
I mean, nothing's
But like
nothing's too much cooler than Tiger Woods' ex-wife.
Tiger Woods' ex-wife.
Okay, are those all the questions you have for me?
Yes.
I have a bit of trivia to ask you right now.
Okay.
I want you to name the actor that I'm thinking of, and if you're wrong, you're kicked off the show.
What?
And he somehow relates a little bit to some kind of thing that we've talked about. He's an actor. I'm going to send it to you. I feel like you're going to get it right.
I
And
feel like,
it's not like, oh, I know what you're thinking of because of this. It's like, it's not like anything obvious like that, but I just have a feeling that you're going to get it right.
I don't have a feeling that I'm going to get it right.
I want you to say the first actor's name that comes to your head on 3, okay?
No. Oh my goodness. Wait.
Okay.
All right, fine. I think this is wrong.
1, 2, 3.
Alan Rickman.
You got the right movie. Movies.
Who was it?
It was Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See,
Interesting.
that was
Why
pretty
did
good.
that relate? At least
I
it
don't
was
know.
Harry
We talked
Potter.
a little bit about Harry Potter.
True, we did.
That was close
I don't remember
enough.
what we said though.
But you are still fired from the show. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
But since you were half right, I'm going to consider that half right. What I will
Thank you.
do is take all the recordings of our show,
Yeah.
and I will cut out your bits and build them into new sentences, so it still seems like you're on the show, but you won't be because you're fired.
Oh, okay, good. I'm excited for that.
So, well, I do have a pizza to pick up,
You do.
and we're 13 minutes over, which is great, and I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Because sometimes we end like 2 minutes early, and who cares
True.
about that?
And maybe we even started late. I don't know. Who knows?
We usually
don't
start
know
a
what
couple minutes late.
True.
I think we started a few minutes late tonight, but
That's exciting.
I like this show.
Right?
Good work. High five.
Heck yeah. Trevor
was
and
the
Jay host a
worst
radio
high five.
show. Again,
Trevor and Jay.
host a radio
High
show.
five on a radio show.
I'm going to take a picture really quickly of us with this light.
Yeah, take a selfie.
That's super cool. I'm going to take a picture of you first. Got it. All right, you're right. Selfie would make sense so that we're both in it. Okay. Okay. That took a couple tries. Cool.
Alrighty, you got anything to say?
No, except next time maybe we should listen to that sound story that we've been saying
We
would
should.
play
We've been
for
saying
the
for
past
weeks.
like 30
days.
episodes.
Alrighty. Well,
Cool.
thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for starting your week off with Trevor and Jay.